How's it going, everybody? Wildman Wess here, and welcome to a special edition of What's Your Poison. We hope you enjoyed our 24 Beers of Christmas for 2023, but with December coming to an end, as usual, and it's been a while, it's time for a last call. So you know the drill. We got 4 different beers that we're going to be trying out, and I'm going to tell you what I think about it. So other than that, let's get to it. So for round number 1 from Scarlet Lane Brewing in McCordsville, Indiana, we have the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Nick. There we go. I'm trying to figure it out. There we go. So this is a special tribute to Trixie, who is Hefe's wife. She works over at Scarlet Lane. They have a lot of awesome beers. Their brewery is basically horror themed. I've been there before, at least some of the venues, and it's awesome. I love the atmosphere. I love the play on words on a lot of their beers, and I love the imagery on this one because this one is a 4.2 pseudo lager, and I love that the character of Nick, or the brewer Nick, has the Freddy Krueger going on. I love that. And also on the side of the can, there's also 4 slashes. So, I mean, pop this open. Now, that's looking very clean already. Oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, and I'm also using my Scarlet Lane Brewing glass. Thank you, Trixie, for that. You can see the logo, and on the back it says, "We are different." Definitely different, and all for the best reasons. Okay. A little hoppy, a little malty. Yeah, I mean, definitely, like they say, pseudo lager. I mean, it definitely. Oh, at first it was clean. It was clean pouring in, and now it's getting hazy. Okay, I can understand. Yeah, this is definitely a hybrid. All right. Oh, what the hell? And that's not a bad what the hell. That's like, wow. I'm surprised because. The mouthfeel, I'm getting very much a hop, but the flavor profile too starts off very lager when you start to taste it, but the mouthfeel, like the backbone, it gets hoppy, and this is the stuff that dreams are made of, or in some cases, nightmares. Nightmare Nick. So that being said, I mean, I'm loving every little bit about this. I mean, whew. And for 4.2%, it tastes boozier than it actually is. I mean, theoretically, this is a patio pounder, but a little heavy, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a horrible thing at all. It's definitely, it's a patio pounder, but at the same time, the flavor profile recommends you probably sip on it, because this is definitely a beer that you want to have last for quite a bit. I'm going to grade this one, I'm going to go ahead and say 4.5 out of 5 pows. Yeah, I'm very impressed. So once again, Trixie, thank you for recommending this. And we are going to move on to round number 2 with another beer from the neck of the woods of Indiana. Okay, so for round number 2, as I mentioned, the same neck of the woods in Indiana, we've got one from Hefe's Brewery with Taxman from Bargersville, Indiana. This is the Grapefruit Hibiscus Spin-Off. It's a 5% kettle sour saison ale with citrus and hibiscus. I haven't had this one yet, so I am very excited. I mean, when I went to Indianapolis with Becca to go see Jeff and Trixie, he gave me an overhaul of a lot of things from Taxman, and I am excited to be reviewing these as the time goes by, going into 2024, and ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice rose coloring on that. Now that one, ooh, there's a little bit of sediment in there, maybe a little bit of grapefruit pulp, so, okay, yep. It's not too, like, over the top with the grapefruit, because normally grapefruit the aromas, whether it's natural or possibly like concentrated or anything like that, it can get really like overpowering. And this one, it's very light, and it's not making me go woo woo. But so let's have a drink. You know, for a kettle sour, this one isn't like, right on you. That's not a bad thing either, because some kettle sours that we've had on this channel have been so overpowering, so like pretty much palate wreckers. This one is not, and I think a lot of it is that the grapefruit being as light as it is, and maybe even the hibiscus in here, is cutting the acidity. And because kettle sours can be really, really harsh, and this one is not harsh at all. And ooh, yeah, I don't know. And now that I think about it, this almost tastes like what someone would call a spritzer, because it definitely has kind of a rosé wine flavor profile. And in beer form, with a kettle sour, this is a good one. So after having a couple drinks, I've also noticed that my palate isn't wrecked, but my palate is getting a little dry. Still a great beer. The flavor profile is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna give this one 4 1/4 pound, because I like it, and it's very tasty. It's just, I'm starting to realize after a long period of time, my palate is getting not wrecked, but it is drying up a little bit. So I would probably say something like this, even as great as it is, it's a one and done for me. Other than that, Hefe, thank you for this one, and I'm going to finish this, and we eventually will move on to our third round. For our third round of the day, we have from Pipeworks in Chicago, Illinois, the Sundrop Infinity. This is a 5.4% sour ale with mango. So I figured, since we had a sour earlier, we might as well do another sour just to kind of keep the palates in balance. This one's pretty clean as well. Is it just me, or do a lot of sours, especially the color of it and just the look of it, they almost look like Red Bull? I mean, well, then again, you know, Red Bull can be kind of sour too, but anyways, we're going to give it a little sniff. Not getting much on the flavor or the smell. To be honest, it just kind of smells like a Pilsner or a lager, really. I mean, well, alright, here we go. There is a little bit of kind of mango kind of sweetness to it. I mean, I look at this can, and it shows like little gumdrops on there, and I'm thinking, oh, gumdrop beer, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But this, slightly sour, not much sour. I mean, it kind of tastes like somebody just took a beer and threw gumdrops in there and just soaked up the sugar. That's about it. I'll go ahead. I mean, this kind of sucks to say this. I mean, because I love Pipeworks. I love a lot of the things that they do. I mean, they had a fairly decent beer in the Advent beer calendar, but this one, oofa. It's not horrible. I'm gonna just go ahead and say 3 out of 5 pounds. Because I was going in thinking this was going to be more kind of like a candy-style dessert beer, but this, I'll drink it, but this is definitely like one and done, and that's it. After the one and done, I don't know if I mean, maybe drink it on occasion, but Pipeworks, gotta work on this. I love you though, but we're gonna move on to our 4th and final round. That was well brought up, and I wish that I was. Until then, we're going to move on to the next round. Alright, so to close out 2023 for the year, we are having from Artisanal Brew Works from Saratoga Springs, New York, Touch of Crunch. This is a 7.4% spiced red ale with cinnamon cereal. I mean, obviously, judging by the can, we all know it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So, I'm gonna pop this open. Let's look at it. Okay, so I had to let the head kind of dissipate a little bit because it was down to about there, and now it's finally gone up here. So we're gonna have a little sniff. That smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. Well, here we go. Feeling like cinnamon toast. Drink yourself a beer of Tacho Crunch. This is pleasant. And the funny thing is, I know we're going to retrospect a little bit. On round 1, we had a beer that was light in ABV, that was heavier and tasted boozier, but this at 7.4, you wouldn't know. This is definitely one of those beers that it's so good, it's dangerous. Even at 7.4. 7.4 may not be necessarily big on a lot of people's standards on ABV, but this, I mean, I guarantee, if I drank a full 4-pack of this in one night, I may not make it to breakfast the next day. So there have been a few breakfast cereal beers that we've had on this channel, and by far, this one I think is the most well-balanced breakfast beer I've ever had. I'm gonna go ahead. This is 5 out of 5 pows. We do have one beer that has a perfect score to end 2023. Hell yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed this last call episode for 2023. If you've had these beers and you enjoy them, leave a thumbs up. If you had them and disagree with the ratings that were on this one, you can leave a thumbs down. I totally understand. Also, make sure you share on social media. Most importantly, let's get that algorithm up for 2024. Let's push that little red button and ring that bell for instant notifications. Also, make sure you check out my boy Hefe on Beer You, Beer Me. Thank you as always, Hefe, for all that you do. Trixie, thank you for suggesting some of the beers at Scarlet Lane Brewing. To all the breweries that we have reviewed beers for this year, thank you for all of your contributions, good or bad. To all the viewers and subscribers on Dragonfire Entertainment, thank you so much for all of your support throughout this year. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some more content up in the process. Obviously, on day 24, you might have heard a little information regarding what's going to happen in my life down the line, but it's going to be great. And you know what? I'm excited, scared, but excited. In the meantime, everyone, may you have a great end to 2023 and a great start to 2024. Be safe, take care, we love you.